Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Shadow Hunter. Good morning, Paula. Oh, wow. Gold's going bananas. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with the risk disclosure. Again, the market trader and its affiliates, including myself, is the information that we're about to provide you here is to be treated as general information only. None of the information provided by the company or contained herein is intended as investment advice. Um, we do know that future trading does contain a fair amount of risk and is not for every investor. And an investor could lose potentially all or more their initial investment. Okay. Only risk capital money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle should be used when trading. And only those individuals with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Again, nothing contained herein is a solicitation to offer, buy, sell futures, options, or forex. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right. So now that we got the you caught the GC move. That's awesome. Okay, so let's looks like there's a fair amount of news in the markets today. From my initial view here, it looks like we're getting the markets to react in some um, solid ways, I guess. All right, so let's take a quick look here, and we can see that we do have a fair amount of news that has recently been posted or in the market. um, let's see. So we have PPI, we have core PPI, we have jobless claims actually has increased. That was actually negative. Continued jobless claims I guess, came in line to forecast. And then we have the 30-year bond coming up here at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern. And then not to overlook the fact that we have um, the option expiration that we always track here at 10 a.m. Okay. So yeah, fair amount of news in the market. Some more positive than others. Okay, and I can certainly see that the gold has benefited from that news here to the positive side. Okay. All right. Now that we've gotten through the news here, let's go ahead and take. Yeah, well, I don't know why that's happening. Um, Let me share my screen again. I don't know why it takes a couple of attempts here to get the screen to display. Apologize for that, guys. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that is, but in any case, the more important part is that you see the charts. Okay. So news. Hopefully, you understand that we already had a fair amount of news in the market. There's really only a couple of more items remaining. So you can see here we got we're in the process of a very nice move in the gold market. Very solid open. So we're going to go ahead and start with the daily chart. Okay. Start with the daily chart, and we're going to turn off some of our levels. We don't care about those when we're kind of looking at this from a macro kind of view. All right. So we're going to keep the supply and demand zones, but these levels are old levels, so I wouldn't read into that too much. Okay, we're gonna update those here in a minute. Okay, but what we're trying to figure out is, well, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, the market is trying to accomplish continued higher prices. Okay, you can see we continue to make higher highs and higher lows in this market. Now we have developing a very solid a very solid bullish candle here. Okay. So again, and supported by volume. Okay. So again, going into the market here, from a higher time frame, we are definitely bullish. Now, we have been a little bit in range of late. Okay, so to really be fair, we obviously need another high here. Um, but if we look from left to right, there's no doubt that we are in a bullish kind of structure here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, looking at the 4-hour chart, we have a series of higher highs and of late to higher highs and higher lows. We've come into an area of supply. Is this going to be the day that we break this level? Okay, because we've been knocking on the door at this. Let's see, this, what is this level? 2565 level, 2560 level. Not once, not twice, 3 times, 6 times. Okay. Now, each time that we've hit it, um, it's been, the reaction on the sell side has been a little bit more muted. So we have a little bit of an ascending wedge pattern, okay, established here, right? I'm hoping that you guys see this. Um, we have this kind of pattern being established, right, on the 4-hour chart, okay, right? So if you look at, again, if you follow that theory, well, they say that the breakout, okay, that's not what I wanted to do. They say that the breakout generally is the mouth, the length of the breakout is generally the mouth. Oh, come on. This is not what I want to draw. Okay, let's see. All right, let's do this one. If I do a measure right here from top to bottom, okay, of the mouth here, they say that the breakout is going to be at least this. Now, what we don't know is whether, in what direction, okay? But what we do know is the move is going to be um, mm, at least 40 points or 50 points, okay? Either direction. All right. Right now, if I were being asked what direction, I would say to the upside. Okay. So it can happen in either direction, but that's kind of a crude measure of the how much of a move it possibly could have. Now, with that said, why is this time going to be any different than any of the other times that we've come up into this area? Well, yeah, you're right. So we have to kind of wait until this area is broken, right, to really I guess embrace this. Okay, but you can see here, even with my crude drawing of my ascending wedge, we are definitely testing the highs here. Okay, right? So we have about an hour before this candle closes, and if it does close above, then I would say that you are going to be on our way potentially to another high in the gold. Okay, all right. Looking at the 30-minute chart, and I'm going to try to keep this muted here. I mean, not muted, but to within a certain time frame, so we don't run out of time here at the end. Okay. So looking at this first order of business, again, we are potentially breaking some structure. We have a relatively strong initial balance range, okay, that's being established as we speak, okay. We're going to go ahead and open up our value area. So we're going to go ahead and select our fixed range volume profile, and we're going to locate, let's see, this is Thursday, so we're going to locate Wednesday's volume profile, kind of drag that across. All right, here we are. So again, we are well above value from yesterday, which is no surprise given the moves and the support that we're getting in this move. Okay. So yeah, we're above a value. We have a relatively wide initial balance range. We are above settlement, above VWAP. Okay. So right now, I would say that my anchor VWAP, I want to draw somewhere in the middle of London here. Okay, so I'm gonna mark it right about on this candle right here. Okay, and that's going to be the candle that's going to track or allow me to track this move that we're currently experiencing. Okay. All right. So let's locate my levels here so I can add them to the chart here. Uh, so let's see. All right. Let's add these levels to the chart because it looks like we're breaking above them. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and paste here. Okay. So here are our levels. So we probably need to come back to this 4-hour supply because we are already above it. So let's go back here and locate our next 4-hour supply. And let's see, let's expand this out here a little bit, expand this out a little bit more. See if we can locate a new level here. Okay, so we're already at 2565 is our level here. So let me update that. 2565 is a 4-hour supply zone. Okay. So we'll go ahead and modify that in the spreadsheet, and then we'll go ahead and add that. So our ADR levels, we are well above. Okay. We crushed them. We didn't even blink. Okay. So let me go ahead and modify this to 2565 here. Okay. 2565. And that's our 4-hour supply. I'll go ahead and drop this down to the 30-minute chart we were looking at earlier. Okay, so our ADR zone has been crushed. Our ASR zone, we'll need to modify this to New York. Let's see what London had in store for us. And that's been crushed as well. Okay. So yeah, it appears that we might be in kind of a sustained auction here to the upside in in um, in gold. All right. So just going to add this in bold here just to communicate that this is updated. Okay. This, I think, remains intact. Let's see. Where is my... Yeah. Okay. So the older range is still intact. Just going to communicate that we do have a new... Oops. All right. Okay. All right. So let's double confirm some of these levels, guys. So we have a relatively wide range. So the IB range, the edges of the IB high and IB low, are especially IB high, are probably going to be, a solid area of reference in gold today. We have value area high coming in at 25.44, which is what we have. Point of control at 25.43 and change, which is what we have. Settlement 25.42. It's all good. Value area low is also 25.34 is all good. And then, like I said, we've exceeded our by quite a bit our ASR zones. Okay, so we could be in the midst of an above average move today in the gold market. So we may find it a bit challenging to participate potentially in this move. Now, What I will say is that certainly the top of this ASR high would be a solid area, although that's still quite a bit away. Okay, 25.55 is would be a solid area, and that's also supported by a previous resistance zone. But that may not happen today. That might be something that we may offer us an opportunity down the road. Okay, so for now, we need to wait for this initial balance range to establish, and see if we might get any sort of extension, okay, to the upside, okay, and then maybe the IB high could offer us an opportunity for a long, okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm not really seeing anything. Again, we are at new highs, all-time highs in the gold market. So there's not much other areas here that I can offer you as resistant, okay, up above us here. Okay. So right now, again, I have to kind of look for opportunities where I can manage my risk. Okay. We have this kind of, we just drew this ascending triangle here. That might also be another area, this 25.58. That might also be another area where we can potentially manage our risk. And we also have the ASR high as another area as a reference level to support this move. Okay. So for now, I'm going to be, quite keen in watching how this current 30-minute candle closes. If it does close quite strong, it may offer us, an opportunity to the long side. We'll be curious to see if we get any sort of pullback into maybe some of these zones that we've mentioned, 25.58 or so, and that maybe that location might offer us an opportunity for an execution. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what I have for the gold market. Let's go ahead and move on to the crude. Okay. This is the crude market. I need to stretch this out and see if I can get to it. Here we are. This is the crude oil market. Okay. So I'm going to remove all my drawings. I'm going to do the same thing that we've done here before. Is going to start off with a daily chart, turn off all our levels except supply and demand. So I'm going to look at the daily and ask myself the question, well, what is the market trying to do? Well, up until recently, it's been trying to and continues to try to move to the downside. Now we've had one bullish day and we have another developing second day. Now I would say again, this level here, all right. I don't know if I'm necessarily a buyer of this market, okay, but if I'm going to be a seller, I want to sell strength. And one level that's kind of like screaming at me at the moment is this 72 level. Okay, this 72 level was one, two, three times it was an area of support. So the expectation is that if we do get to 72, that it could potentially be resistant. Don't know if that's going to necessarily happen today, which is we are looking at a daily chart and we're about 4 solid points away from that level. But I could see that this might be a level that I would want to set an alert for. Okay, once we get to within 10% of that level, because I would expect that level would be met with some sellers. Okay, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing here on the daily. Okay, looking at the 4-hour chart. Okay, for our chart, again, we are now currently at a area of supply, and we're starting to see some selling. Okay, whether this is going to close as bearish as it currently, we won't know that for another hour, but would not be unrealistic to expect that we get a bit of a sell off here. Okay, let's see, depending on how I draw this, right? Either I have a break of channel to the upside and we're going to head higher, okay? Or we close back inside this channel and continue with our move down, okay? So I'm not sure exactly which one we're going to get. I'm basically going to need to wait for some additional evidence, right? Does this candle ever close back inside this channel? If it does, then maybe we're not moving higher, right? We're going to continue with our move lower. Okay. If this top line of this channel remains intact, right? As in when I say remain intact, we don't get any close, we don't get price to close anywhere inside, then yes, maybe we are in store for maybe a change of direction in the crude oil market. All right. We're at a level right now, 69. Okay. So if we do break above 69, I could see that we can get up to 70, maybe potentially up to 72. All right. Looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay. Again, this is our same channel, right? We got a break, we got a retest, and we're coming back potentially to retest it again. Okay. When I draw these channels, I'd like to get as many touches as I can, especially on these areas where I'm witnessing a breakout, right? I want to see evidence that we are indeed. I don't want to adjust my channel to 2 points, right? Here and then this top. No, that's not where the channel should be. The channel should be. You should try to get as many touches of the channel as you can in order to be a valid. Okay. So here we are in this market. I'm going to go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile here. Okay. Fixed range volume profile. Where is it? Right here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and locate the 6 o'clock bar or 9 o'clock bar, Eastern bar, here all the way to the 4:30 bar. There we are. Okay, so we see that price. I'm going to go ahead and remove this channel for now because it's interfering with my kind of view here. Just know that right now we're above a 4-hour channel. Okay, so we have here. I'm going to extend this line to the right. So we have this is our value area high here. Okay, our value area high. This is our value area low. And this is our point of control. Okay. Right now, price is above value. When price is above value, we should be looking for opportunities to the upside. Now, if we're looking for opportunities to the upside, we obviously want to see bullish candles. We're not seeing bullish candles. We saw a push. We saw an attempt to push higher has been met with sellers. Okay. So what I would be looking for before I add my levels here, guys, just as a kind of a if we do get price to close back inside value, I would say that there's certainly a very good chance that we get it down to settlement. All right. If we exceed settlement, we potentially run through the entire range of value all the way down to value area low. Okay. So as long as we stay above value, I would say that we have a chance to move higher. If price closes back inside value, then we have an opportunity for price to run through the entire range of value. What stands in our way is settlement. Okay, 67.33. That stands in our way for a solid, continuation trade, a bearish. Okay, so we have some news about hurricanes. Okay, that may be causing the market to rise here. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Let's 67.31 is what's 67.31? 67.31 is settlement, correct? So 67.31, that would potentially, if we do get into this area, I would say that 67.31 will then open up and become in play. Okay. The first order of business, given all this news, with respect to maybe concern about supply, maybe we stay above value, and it provides us an opportunity for a bullish trade. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up initial balance because it appears that the market has opened. Okay, so this is the market open. We have our initial balance range. I'm going to go ahead and add our levels here, guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our levels. We're going to double check them just really quickly. All right. So we have our value area high coming in at 67.80, which is what I have. Settlement price is at 67.31, which is what I have. Value area low, also 66.58, 59. We're in line there. We have settlement we already covered. So we're going to go ahead and add ADR. Okay, we've come up to ADR, reacted away from it. We'll go ahead and open up ASR now that the market is open here, and make sure that that reads for the New York session. Okay, because the New York session is now open. All right, so that's our new targets for ASR. So we have 68.98. Okay, 68.98 as our average session range high. 68.98 is our average session range high. We have average session range low at 67.10. Okay, so average session range low at 67.10. Okay, 67.10 is our average session range low. Okay. All right. And then we'll just double confirm our ASR zones. That's 66.10, looks like. 66.10. So we'll modify that. 66. Oh, it's already in place. Okay. So yeah, so that's kind of our new levels here, I would say. Our new kind of, we're in the middle of their session range. So I'm gonna, remain patient. Okay. Good morning, Nuba. I'm going to remain patient and see how this initial balance range plays out. If it does remain as narrow as this is developing currently, then any break in either direction could be a sustained move. Okay. Right now we have a very narrow range, I would say, but we're only about 5 minutes into the market here. Okay. So if this remains narrow, any break to either direction could offer us a nice opportunity. If we break lower, okay, we break below this value area high, then obviously settlement price is open, and we run. It gives us an opportunity maybe down to ASR low. Okay, if we break to the upside, we break above this current, not the narrow range, then we have up to 69 as a target. Okay, maybe it may be beyond. Okay, so for me, as long as we stay above initial balance here, I would have to say I'd have to err on the side of the bulls. Now, what kind of concerns me a little bit is the fact that we are up against some supply zones. We have already reacted a couple of times, but we have yet to break inside value. So if we cannot break inside value, we'll either remain in range, okay, or we're going to head higher. Yes. Yes, Sonny. I draw the volume profile for the full New York session of the prior day, 9 a.m. to actually through the crude oil pit session, all the way to the end of the New York session. So all the way to 4:30 Eastern time. So 9 a.m. to 4:30. Okay, is the window. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to be quite keen to, I guess, continue to watch what the developments here, here in the crude oil. All right, if we continue to kind of work this small range, that could offer us a nice opportunity once it decides to make a move in one direction or the other. Okay, so that's kind of what I have for the crude oil market. Looking to see if there's any questions. I've responded to Sonny's question, so I think we're good there. Okay, so let's take a look at start with the equities. Okay, so let me open up the equity market here, and then we'll display a screen again. Okay, so let's open this up here, and then we'll display again, share my screen. Okay, and we'll locate the NASDAQ. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. It appears you can. So first order of business, I'm going to remove all my drawings. Okay, go get into a clean kind of slate here. I'm going to shut down some of these indicators that I have on the charts for now. Okay, and then we're going to start with the daily chart, although okay, so again, we're asking ourselves the question, what is the market trying to currently do? Okay, well, If you look at the last four candles, well, what is it trying to accomplish? It's trying to head higher. Well, what's going to keep that from happening? Well, we have looks like a resistance zones here around 19,600. Okay, that's definitely going to keep has the potential of keeping that from happening. Okay, if we do get obviously we do get above this 19,000, let's say 19,675. Okay, then that could, change the structure enough to allow for a rally up to uh 20,000. Okay. Just kind of looking at it from a candle structure point of view. If we cannot break 19,600, then I would say that this move may just be a move that will continue this move that we're experiencing to the downside. But the overall context, I would say, of late, I guess since early August, has been to the upside. Okay, this was merely what appears to be merely a retracement, right, of a swing. Okay, we had a swing that broke a level. We had a price retrace, and now it feels to me like, again, I think we might have I might have touched on this last time, but it feels like it's going to make a measured move. Okay, from this retracement location back to wherever that location is, 20,550. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Okay, from a daily perspective. All right, so let's move on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, we're going to get and remove this here. Okay, we're up against a 4-hour supply. Okay, so that could provide maybe say some not no, we're not quite. Let's see. So this is our 4-hour supply. This area could provide us an area for a move back down. Okay. We also have the 233-day EMA, which we are on top of. Okay. And I would say the longer that we stay here without making a new high, eventually could cause the market to sell off. Okay. So we don't want to remain stalled here for too long before we give confidence to the sellers that they can step in and drive price lower. Okay. So it's going to be interesting to see as the market opens here in about 20 minutes whether these candles remain as, kind of an offense pattern that we are seeing currently. Okay. Because if it remains in this fence pattern, well, look what happened here, right? We had this little fence pattern being established, and we couldn't get any sort of momentum to the upside. Well, what happened? Well, it sold off until it found some people that were interested. Okay, that's how auctions work. If we can't find people at this price, they drive price down until they find those buyers. Okay, simple as that. Okay. So yeah, so it's right now interesting level here. So we'll take a look at the 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. Not really much of anything overnight. Okay, overnight trading muted. Okay, market doesn't really care. No one's really interested in this market at the moment. Okay, that might change with the open of the session here, but we are up against a demand zone. We are hovering around settlement price, what's the price that we closed at yesterday. Not really seeing any initiative price action in either direction. Okay, if we are to kind of read into what we've been seeing here, the expectation is that we'll continue higher, but there's no guarantee of that, right? So the longer we stay here without making a new high, the greater the chance, as I mentioned before, of price coming back and revisiting maybe some of these levels. Okay, 19,000 seems like a logical level for price to come back to. Maybe this prior resistance level at 18,926 would be an interesting level to consider. We have this 233-day EMA here, I believe. Let's check and make sure I'm accurate in that. Yes, the 233-day EMA at 18,950 would be a logical level for maybe an execution. Okay, so let's take a look at the fixed range volume profile. Let's locate the 630 bar from 930 bar from Wednesday, and we'll drag that across to the 430 bar here. Okay, so here we are above value. Okay, so the market still is still is in still above value, okay, above actually a lot of the metrics that we follow. I'm going to go ahead and open up the volume profile, not volume profile, VWAP. I'm going to add an anchor here to the bottom of the range here that we established on, I guess, an hour after the open. Okay, so this is a logical level. Okay, this is slightly above, again, right around this 19,000 level. Okay, could offer us an execution to the upside. Okay, we're well above that. We're 200, some odd points above that. Okay, but that's also another area that could offer us an opportunity. Can't open initial balance at the moment because we're about 17 minutes away from that happening. Okay, but what I can do is provide you some levels that I'll be looking at in this market. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste those levels onto the charts. Okay, so these are the levels that I'm tracking. I'm just going to go ahead and spot check some of these. So value area high is 19,032. I had it 19,029. Let's see, we'll just go ahead and modify that to 32. Okay, 32. Okay, and then value area low is coming in at 18,547. 550, 547. Which one is it? We'll go with 547.25. Okay, so I'll find the my value area low, 547, 547.25. Okay. All right, so that's our value area low. And oops, did I write that right? Yes, looks like I did. But we got point of control coming in at 18,815. Okay, settlement is 19,271. All good. All right. So again, what to make of this market? Well, I'm going to be patient and wait to see. Chances are we are going to open up above value, right? It looks like we're going to be opening above value, which indicates that the bulls are very much in control of the market. But it appears that we might be a bit extended. Okay, so it would not surprise me if we, made a move. Okay, made a move lower before we made a move higher. Okay, would not surprise me if we made a move lower before we made a move higher. So we could come back down to say value area high, maybe this anchor VWAP, or maybe even as low as point of control. Okay, before we make any concerted move to the upside. Okay, so right now I'm not really, I'm not really excited in taking on a bullish trade. Okay, if anything, I would be more inclined in taking a trade to the downside to a level like value area high. That would be something more my because I don't have to risk a whole lot to figure out whether I'm wrong, right? I can take a short execution, put a stop above this level, and if it closes above this level, it closes above this level. I was wrong in that view. Okay, I don't have to risk a whole lot to validate my sentiment on that aspect. Okay. So yeah, so market appears to be bullish, but we are at a level that could offer us maybe an opportunity to the short side down back to some of these levels because the market does appear to be extended, and you can see here, right, our just by settlement prices, right, our closes. We have settlement price here. We have another one that's higher, and we have another one that's even higher. Okay, so that if we're not reading the fact that it's bullish, well, the fact that we have our closing prices for the day is up is also indication that we're in a bullish move. Okay, so yeah, so I think right now the prudent thing would be, or the wisest thing would be to wait for this initial balance range to establish, and then based on that initial balance range, decide what type of market am I going to have. If I have a wide initial balance, we should be looking for range kind of price action. If we have a narrow initial balance, then and we have a break in either direction, then we go with whatever direction of that break. Okay. The logical question that the people always ask me is well, what's wide and what's narrow? Well, you need to look historically and see what those ranges look like for your particular instrument, in this case NASDAQ, and see what's above average and what's average. If it's above average width wise, then chances are we're going to remain in that IV range. If not, and it's a little bit more narrow, then we could participate in whatever direction the price breaks the initial balance range. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what I have for NASDAQ. NASDAQ is kind of in an area. I don't know what to make of it at the moment. Like I said, I would be probably more inclined to take it down, right? To look for a down move than I am looking for an up move. If I'm going to participate in an up move, I need price to come back to a level where I can manage my risk. I cannot manage my risk here. All right. To be honest, I would have to take, if I take a bullish trade, technically I would have to take it all the way down to value. And I don't know about you. My account does not support a 200-point stop loss. Okay. So I'm not inclined to the bullish side. Okay. All right. Not until I get to a better level. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the ES here, and then we'll close off with the Dow here. Just kind of paging through my charts here, trying to see if I can get this to open up here. There it is. Okay. So here's the ES. Again, I'm going to remove some of my drawings. Okay. I'm going to shut down some of these areas here. Okay. Look at the daily. This should not be too much different than what we've been seeing on the NASDAQ. Same kind of deal here. Last few candles have been bullish, but we still have areas above us that could stall the train. Okay. So 5640, 5660. These are all areas that could stall the train. Why do I say that? Well, look at the candles. Let the candles tell you, right? If we come into this area, the expectation is whoever this seller is just going to step back in. Okay. If we are able to break through this level and get above, say 5675, okay, then yeah, maybe we are in a situation where we'll get another, as I mentioned in my review of NASDAQ, maybe we do get a measured move higher in this market from this level. Okay. Back up to 5,800, maybe as close to 5,900. Okay. But again, right now I have to, based on the daily, I have to think bullish, but I also have to be aware of this level as well. Okay. We're kind of in the middle, not in a great place to make a decision. Do I take the market higher or do I take the market lower? Well, market is telling you higher. Question is this going to cause whoever this person to step into the market? Okay. All right. Looking at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, we're breaking some structure to the upside. You can see some solid candles here, right? This is from Wednesday. Okay. This is the afternoon session. Both solid. Solid moves to the upside. We've broken some structure to the left. This is telling me that there's probably still a little bit of more momentum that this market can go. Okay. Not excited by the volume, to be honest. Okay. Our volume right now is muted. It's actually more sellers than buyers, but the sellers are not aggressive. Okay. The sellers are not very aggressive at this point. Okay. All right. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Again, we're right on top of settlement price. We're at a area of supply. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our levels here. Here, let's go ahead and add our levels. Okay, so here we are. This is our levels. Okay, so here are our levels. I'm going to go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile. I'm going to locate the 930 bar here, drag that to the 430 bar. Okay, so there's our value area. I'll just double confirm this. Yes. So we have our value area. We have value area high coming in at 55.12, which is what I have. We have value area low coming in at 54.11.75, which is what I have. Point of control, 54.37. Okay, so everything seems to be in order on the value front. Open up ADR. Okay, we have ADR here at 56.01. Okay, which is what we have. ADR low is coming in at 55.16. 55.16 is our ADR low. Where is our ADR low? Yes, 55.16. Our average session range, I'm going to add, but with the understanding that it's going to change here in about 8 minutes. Okay, so I'll provide it, but I'll provide it what it was for London. Okay, but the understanding is that this is probably going to change on us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add it here. So 55.97. 55.97. 55.97 is ASR high. Okay, 50. All right. So we'll go ahead and add that. All right. And then we have ASR low at 55.36. 55.36. 55.36 and change. Okay. So those are our new levels, our new ASR levels. Right now, we're right smack in the middle. Okay. I don't know about you, but I'm not really interested in right smack in the middle. All right. I'd like to be at more of the edges to participate. So, like I said before, not inclined at the moment to take the market long. Even though it's bullish, I need to find better price location for that. If I'm going to do anything at all, okay, it's going to be to the downside. The market is a bit extended. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and draw our anchored VWAP here. Okay. At this level below us here, basically the open. Okay. I feel like the market is kind of rubber band has been stretched. And my feeling is that it's going to, kind of unstretch itself. I'm not even sure that's a word. Recoil back down to this anchor VWAP. Okay. All right. That's kind of my feeling. All right. But I now, I have a view, but now I need price action to confirm my view because I'm not Nostradamus and the market doesn't necessarily listen to Coach Ray. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the, this is kind of what I'm seeing in the ES market. I'm going to I'm going to add these levels here to my spreadsheet. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So capture those. And then we'll take a look at the last market. And that last market we're going to be taking a look at in this session is the Dow. All right. So we're going to open up the Dow and take a look at the Dow. All right. So again, before I capture this last move and before everybody rushes out the door, I'd encourage you, if any of this resonates and any of this supports your analysis of the market, don't be shy in hitting the like button. Don't be shy about making a comment or two in social media as you see these posts or recordings available, say on X or on YouTube. Don't be shy in providing a comment or two, because those comments actually are kind of the bloodline basically the bloodline for content providers. So, all right. So now that we have the Dow up, and now that I've gone through my little pitch on encouraging you guys to support, we'll go ahead and close the markets. I'm not a huge sales guy, guys. So I let my actions be my marketing. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and remove some of these drawings. Let's go ahead and close some of these levels. Let's be able to really take a look at what the market is trying to tell us here. Okay. So again, just looking at the 30-minute, looking at this candle, looking at these series of candles, I'm already feeling on the Dow that there's a move like this in the horizon potentially. Okay. Um, Looking at the daily chart. All right. So daily chart. What is the market trying to do? Well, the market is trying to do the same thing as the other equity markets, but this seems to be a bit less bullish to me. Okay. We're not getting we got a real strong push off of I guess what it was, a supply demand zone here. Okay, if I draw it like this, you can see that it reacted off of a demand zone. So the market is technically trying to head higher. I can't deny that. Okay. We do have some areas above us that could pose resistance. Okay. Um, but I would say I would have to kind of, it's aligned with my view of the other equity markets. Okay. It appears that we do want to head higher. Okay. For our chart. Okay. For our chart, we have a developing candle here that's a bit ominous. Okay. We have a reverse kind of hammer-like candle up against an area of supply. Well, what is that telling me? That, well, we may be in store for another swing in the opposite direction. That's kind of what we've been experiencing here. Okay. All right. So for our chart is developing a candle that could provide us a move back down. Okay. Off of a reference level, in this case, a supply zone at 41,162. All right. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay. We have already closed a rather kind of a bearish engulfing candle. We're about a couple of minutes away from this market opening. So let's go ahead and establish our fixed range volume profile. So we're going to go ahead and locate our 930 candle right back here, drag that across to our 430 candle, which is right about here. Okay. Again, market is still above value. Okay. But it feels like it's a little bit, how do you say, extended. All right. So I feel like, that price will eventually come back down to value. All right. So again, I'm going to draw my anchored VWAP here. Okay. My anchored VWAP is going to come in at these levels right about here. Okay. So I feel like maybe there is a move back down to this level at some point. I don't know if that's going to happen in today's session over the next couple of days, but I feel like there is a move like that in the horizon. Okay. All right. What else? So it looks like, is that the open? Yes, that is the open. Okay. So we have it in the open of the market. Let's capture some of these levels, guys. So we have, let's say we're going to go ahead and capture ADR high here. So we have ADR high at 41,128 is our ADR high. 41,128 is our ADR high. Okay, ADR high. Okay, and then we have volume profile, or actually settlement coming in even before that. Settlement. So settlement is 40,906. 40,906 is our settlement price. Okay, we have value area high coming in at what is that? 40,594. 40,594. 40,594 is our value area high. Okay, looks like the market may try to rally here. Let's see, 40,032. 032 is our value area low. Okay, modify that to a high. Okay, point of control is way down here at 40,123. So below here, 40,123 is our point of control. Okay, and our ADR low is 40,578. 40,578 is our ADR low. Okay, so now that the market is open, looks like it is picking up some steam here. Okay, it looks like it found some buyers. Didn't have to go too far below settlement here. Let's open up our ASR here. Let's open up and make sure that it says New York. Okay, so we have 41,157 is our ASR high. Okay, so ASR high here at 41,157. Okay, ASR high. Okay, and then our ASR low is 40,678. 40,678 is our ASR low. Okay. All right. So we have our levels, right? So right now we're kind of trying to figure out exactly what the market participants want to take the market to. So I'm gonna let the market participants duke it out during the initial balance time. Okay. I'm not going to participate in that time. Okay, I'll let them kind of fight it out, and then once they pick a direction, then that's going to alert me to see how I can participate. All right, so I think that's pretty much what I have for today, guys. Taking a peek here to see if there's any questions. 3 minutes over. So so yeah, I think that's I'm going to go ahead and close the market unless there's any last minute questions about anything. We have our levels on the Dow established. We're just now, I would say, I would recommend that we wait for this initial balance. De nada, Paula. Que tengas buen día. Buen sesión. Yeah, likewise, Quinn. All right, guys. So we'll kind of close the session off with trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader. All right, guys. Don't be afraid to hit the likes. Don't be afraid to comment. If a particular level or set of levels or analysis supported a trade or two in YouTube, comments and things of that nature. Okay. All right. I think that's it, guys. Have a excellent trading session. All right. Trade your process. Wait for your levels. Execute when the price action dictates its time. All right. Have a good day.